Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, I mentioned that I believe the next major investment cycle will be electricity. AI data centers, electrification, grid modernization, all of these trends point in the same direction. They all need one thing: more electricity. So, instead of immediately looking for a company to buy, I wanted to understand the entire value chain. And I started from energy generation, then looked at transmission, grid infrastructure, engineering companies, equipment manufacturers, utilities, etc. And basically every stage between the producing electricity and delivering it to the final consumer. I'm not going to show you all the ideas that I found, but after going through all of that, one company stood out to me, which is Siemens Energy. What I like about Siemens Energy is that it's not dependent on a single business. The company is diversified across several important parts of the energy sector. It has grid technologies, gas services, transmission equipment, and renewable energy through Siemens Gamesa. And one thing that really caught my attention is that this looks like a turnaround story to me. For a long time, the renewable business was destroying profitability. But after reading the latest earnings report, it looks like the business is finally approaching break even. They are improving execution, improving margins, and that's a very important signal to me. And another reason I like the company is simply because of its strong balance sheet. The company has more cash than their total debt, which makes the company very robust to any economic downturns. Also, for me personally, it's a bit of advantage that the company is European, it's based in Germany. Since I invest in euros, it's much easier for me than buying US companies and taking additional currency exposure. And of course, Siemens Energy is probably in one of the best industries it could be in today. Grid expansion, data centers, AI infrastructure, electrification. Demand is growing everywhere. I'll show you some slides from the earnings presentation. The company already has an enormous order backlog, which is growing, and it gives good visibility for the future revenue. So, everything sounds great, but there is one little issue for me. It's the stock price. I'm definitely not the most clever to find that the world needs energy today more than ever. So the market already understands how attractive this business is. The share price has increased a lot over the last couple of years. And in my opinion, a lot of the future growth is already reflected in today's valuation. Even though the stock price is justified by its earnings and the order backlog growth. So it's priced for perfection, in my opinion. If I buy it today, I'm paying a premium. Today's price to earnings ratio is sitting around at 61, which is a bit high, but a forward one is already going down to 30, which is not too bad. If we look at price to earning growth and forward one ratios, those are below 1, which is saying us that the business is still undervalued. Yes, the company has strong long-term potential, but it also still has execution risk, and I don't think the current price gives me enough margin for safety. What's interesting is that few days ago the stock dropped around 7% after a downgrade from a Barclays analyst. I looked at that analyst track record and honestly it was not very convincing. Look at his performance. So I don't put much weight on that specific recommendation. But the market reaction is a good reminder that even great companies can experience significant pullbacks. To me, it felt like that the market was looking for the excuses to go down on this stock, even though these analysts with the poor performance, after he downgraded the stock, it went down quite a lot. So this is a sign to me that it's been a little bit overbought. And that's exactly why I'm not in a hurry at the moment. So Siemens Energy is now on my watch list. I would be happy to start building a position when the market gives me a better entry price during a meaningful correction. From my experience, it always gives us such an opportunity. All we need is a bit of patience. And I have it. Thanks to my experience from working at sea and investing, I've learned to wait. While researching the sector, I also looked at several other companies. Italian Prysmian group caught my attention because it's one of the world's leading cable manufacturers, including high voltage cables and fiber optics. It's in a great growth phase now as well. I also looked at Vernova, which is another major player in energy infrastructure, but it's very similar to Siemens Energy. Besides, I spent some time studying Constellation Energy. What makes Constellation Energy interesting is that it does not just benefit from building new infrastructure. It also benefits after the data centers being built, because someone still has to generate all the electricity. Its large nuclear generation portfolio makes it a very interesting company for the AI era. The only reason I'm not looking at it to buy for today is very practical. My portfolio is euro based and I don't want to add US dollar exposure at the moment. But I will definitely track Constellation Energy as well, and potentially I can add it as well. So for now, Siemens Energy remains my favorite company in this space, after Kaddaler obviously, if I were to choose just one option. I believe it's positioned in exactly the right industry for the next decade. So I like the business, I like the direction, and I like the turnaround story which Siemens Energy definitely has. I just don't like today's price for now. For the last few days the stock price was going down, which makes me happy, so it might give me actually the entry point. So sometimes the hardest part of investing isn't finding a great company. It's having the patience to wait until it becomes a great investment. So I will wait. As a reminder, the earnings season is approaching again. One of the stocks from my portfolio is reporting tomorrow already. It's a pure dividend player, and this is what I want to speak about in the next video. Some dividend stocks. I hope guys you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.